What's going on, everybody? Long time no talk. Haven't uploaded in a while. Yeah, had a baby. Things have been crazy. But today's topic is going to be about my 96 Grand Sport. And in fact, it's gone. So what you're seeing here on screen, last picture I have it of it in the driveway. There it is getting loaded up into a truck with a pretty sweet old Mustang. And then over there is its new resting place at the buyer's garage out, I think, in the Cincinnati area. So I wanted to talk about what the total cost of ownership looked like for having this beautiful Grand Sport. What did I buy it for? What did I sell it for? How much did I spend owning it? And then I do some funny math, cost per mile, cost per month, things like that. And you can let me know if it was worth it or not. I have my own thoughts as well that I'll share. So first and foremost, I sold it for $3,000 more than I bought it for, right? So I purchased it on Cars and Bids for $25,000, sold it privately for $28,000. So at 30,000 foot view, wow, I made money. I profited on the car. Obviously, not the case for a variety of reasons, and that's fine, right? That's not the goal of the hobby. But let's break down some of the numbers. So, what did I actually pay to buy the car? Well, first off, the auction price hammered at $25,000. Now, Cars and Bids took a 4.5% buyer's fee, so that worked out to be $1,125. I had sales tax here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, adds up to 8.2%. And I forgot to lie on my title when I went to register the car, so I paid full boat sales tax. That worked out to a bit over $2,000. And then I did put a loan on the vehicle. I knew this wasn't going to be a long-term car. I didn't want to be out all the money all up front for something I was going to keep for what ended up being longer than I thought. I had it for about 2.5 years. So I did pay interest on the loan. It was a 7% unsecured loan, so I had title in hand the whole time, which was kind of cool, but probably paid a few points of interest for the luxury of that, but I ended up paying about $3,200 in interest over that 2.5 years. So total cost of purchase, just having the vehicle, a little over $31,000. Okay, well, insurance and registration, this one's pretty straightforward. I insured through Haggerty. They had to give me a great rate. It's about $550 a year. So for those 2.5 years, it was about $1,250. There was a rate change. There were some partial payments due to the terms. So I didn't break it down to the dollar, but especially since it was combined with another vehicle. But that registration about $100 a year since the car is so old here in Colorado. So that was great. About $300 to register it 3 times in 21, 22, 23. So call that, 1,500 bucks. All right, modifications. I didn't do a whole lot of mods. A lot of it was kind of knickknack stuff, but we'll go through it anyway. So first I got a sunshade, a fitted sunshade for the car. That was $60. I did tint the windows. That was $250. Sourcing all the LEDs to upgrade the interior was about $60. A little cup holder thing that sits in the passenger footwell, that was $75. The new cargo cover retainers that I got, $17. Some new seat back bezels, $14. Muffler delete kit, $200. Now, I'm not including the cost of the LED headlights because I kept those. So those are going to be going on the pickup truck. I'll show that off soon once the new grill arrives. And the LED taillights, I'm just going to give them away for free for whoever wants them. So I didn't include that either because those did not stay in the car. So total about $700 on mods. So next would be maintenance, and this was a big one. The car wasn't presented particularly honestly, and so it had some immediate needs. First off was tires. The tires were dry rotted in the car, so that was $750 for a new set of Toyo Extenza HP2s. Kind of went with like a all season. There's only a couple options for this car if you want matching tires front and back. Needed a new radiator. Got that one done pretty much immediately. That was $1,100. A couple months into ownership, lost fuel pressure. The fuel pump had died, even though it had just been replaced on the Car Wizards channel. That was a bummer. So did that in my driveway. So parts for the fuel pressure, I had a mechanic do a fuel pressure check just to check me on that. But including that fuel pressure check at the mechanic plus parts for a new filter. I got a fuel filter as well. I think that's probably why it failed because I don't think the fuel filter was replaced. But filter pump and a new sending unit, that was 400 bucks. A couple of oil changes over the course of the lifetime of the car. I had another service done where get out of the way here, another oil change, transmission flush and brake flush. Pre-sale, I had a digital inspection completed. My mechanic does an awesome job. It's a full website where you can actually go and look at pictures and notes so that I could give high confidence to the new buyer that they weren't being hoodwinked, kind of like I was. And then in that inspection, I found an intake manifold gasket that was leaking. I went ahead and just took care of that. That was a problem I knew about from years past. So took care of that. I think it also still had a leaking uh, oil pan gasket. I needed an oil change, but I left that to the next owner. So about $4,500 in maintenance over the 2.5 years. A little on the high side. Some of it was deferred. Honestly, should have been taken care of by the previous owner, or at least disclosed, so the purchase price would have been lower. Because I was not expecting to walk into an immediate $2,000 worth of work required to get the car drivable again. But what are you going to do? That's why auctions, sight unseen, a little tough to have full confidence in what you're buying if you can't go out and see the car. I did have some detailing work done on it, so whoops, a little too fast there. So about a year in, I had paint correction, partial protection film, and a ceramic coat job done. And then before sale, I had it buffed out through the entire car to get the ceramic coat looking good again. A little pricey, but it saved me so much time and headache on car washes. It was great just being able to hose the damn thing down. Um, Loved it. We'll definitely do that again. Worth the money. Probably go to a different shop next time, but highly recommend ceramic coats for cars. That was about 2,600 bucks. So, okay, what did the total bill come to? Well, if you add all that up, almost $41,000 I had spent on this car. All right, so let's do some fun, goofy math. And a lot of people told me I shouldn't do this. Don't do the math. It'll make you feel bad. I'm not too worried about it. But if we look at the total cost of ownership of 40,734, did I? Yep, that's right. So 4734, sold it for 28,000. So a net cost of 12,734. Now, unfortunately, I took a new job about 4 months after buying this car that required me to buy a new daily driver. It's a sales job. They had certain requirements of the vehicle. This was going to be my daily driver. I was going to be commuting to work with it and things like that. And then I took a work from home job that also required me to purchase and use another vehicle for work activities. So this car honestly sat a lot, which was kind of a bummer. I got to drive it on weekends and here and there for date nights and things like that, and took it on a few little road trips up to the mountains. But yeah, as you can see here, 4,300 miles in 2.5 years. I would have been hoping to do that every, 6 to 9 months, but not the case. So such is life. So that really drives up the cost per mile, as you can imagine. If I guesstimate finger in the wind fuel cost, say the thing was getting 16 miles per gallon at $4 a gallon, right? I don't have receipts for all the fill ups, but say I spent about a grand on gas. I owned it for 29 months. So what is the dollars per mile? $3.22 a mile. That's rough. And then dollars per month, a little more reasonable, $440 a month to own the car. I think that's not terrible. That's might be what you pay for a car payment plus depreciation on a normal vehicle. So I got to pay $440 a month to have a really cool vehicle. So that makes me feel a little bit better thinking about time of ownership versus cost per mile. So was it all worth it? I mean, obviously, yeah. Made a bunch of new friends, a bunch of new memories, entered my first car show and won a trophy, if you can believe it. I'm wearing my other Grand Sport shirt there. Met a bunch of new Corvette friends, as you can see there. There's a guy, KP, that I still talk with that I met at a gas station, and we keep in touch. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun new experiences. Got to try my hand at some fun, car stuff. I've always kind of worked on my own vehicles at a low level, and this was no different. So there's me doing the fuel pump job. Don't talk to me about the tools on the deck. Everyone was losing their freaking mind about it on Facebook when I posted that picture. I wasn't dragging screwdrivers all over the paint. Calm down, but yeah, that was a fun job. Redid the headlight motors, a bunch of other little things I've documented here on the channel. Took it to that dyno test. That was really cool. I've never dynoed a car before, so got to do that. Um, and then just had a lot of really good memories of sharing the car hobby with the next generation. So right above me there is my cousins, two sons, and they lived near where I bought the car. So stopped by and said hi and had dinner with them, and the kids got to check the car out. And there's my friend Tom and Bree's kids over there. When I brought it home to Colorado, and got my son there. This was at a car show I went to a few months ago, and kids are, oh my God, this car is so cool. I want to get in there. Yeah, go for it, right? What are you going to do? Break a piece of plastic? Whatever. Someone's going to do that eventually anyway. So that was really fun to kind of share the car with kids. I mean, the thing looks like a freaking Hot Wheel. How could you not love it? So anyway, that's my total cost of ownership and my experience with the car. Would I do it again? Absolutely. Will I own another Corvette someday? Absolutely. If I have kind of that FU money at some point in the future, will it be another Grand Sport? Maybe. But will it definitely be an LT4 car from '96? Yeah. There's better Corvettes from a handling, performance, power, everything perspective. They're just not as cool, right? I don't know. Like, you look at a C5 Z06, yeah, it's a better car. Yeah, it gets more clout because it says Z06. But look at this thing. It's the coolest Corvette that Chevy's ever made. The livery on it is awesome. The performance is awesome. It's just an awesome car. So anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now and get back to your day. Let me know what you think in the comments. If I spent way too much money on the car, if I should have driven it more, tell me all the things I already know. That's fine. Go ahead and leave a comment below. And more to come on the channel. I'll probably be pivoting more to working on the pickup truck and getting that right, saving up some shekels, and then finding my next fun hoopty to roll around in to share with y'all. So with that, take care. Catch you next time.